Hello Scorpio, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of January 2019, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far and also a good year. So, yeah, hopefully everything is going well for you. I know that some of the people, for some people, this year has been very hard. So, wishing you the best for next year. So let's get started. As always, we already pre-shuffled the card for you prior to the reading, so let's see what is in store for you for January. So the first card for you representing the present position of your spread, or towards the beginning of the month, you have the Six of Spades. So this card indicates that towards the beginning of the month you might be planning for trips or travels from one place to the other. So this can be something related to your work. Maybe you may have to, let's say, go to the customer side, or maybe you have to maybe go for trainings. Can be like for some of you who have just landed a job, you may have to go for trainings for the new jobs, and that also require you to travel. So this can also be indicative, as you may have to like relocate for work, like you may have to change locations or change place of residence from one city to the other, or maybe from one state to the other, or even like from one country to the others or new one in some way, and you may possibly have to like carry everything with you. So the next card that you have representing the influence card, the bridge cards, towards the middle of the month, you have the Three of Spades. So the Three of Spades here indicates like there are a couple of things that you may have to, like, you may surprise. Maybe you haven't like talk about it before during the interview, or whatever the case may be, if it is a new job, or even like if it is like changing a department or relocation of your job. You may haven't talked this out with your manager or people that are giving you these opportunities, and you might find out something that is really yeah, I don't say bad in some way, but I do see it like you are surprised. There's some kind of surprise news inside towards the middle of the month, and for you this can be something that are like a disappointment. Maybe they haven't talked about that you may have to travel a lot, maybe for work, and that can be something that is also like draining your energy. Like the frequency of travelings can be very high, so for some of you that can be the case here, or even like if for some of you this can be like as simple as they may not reimburse your travel for work because of I don't know, company policies or something like that. So that can make you feel like disappointed, and yeah, you just don't feel good about it, you know, and this can be something very hard to accept. So let's see, the next card you have representing the past position of your spread, you have the Two of Spades. So if this is related to your past, let's say for instance, if you have decided to take this new job because of like the things that they did mention during the interview or something like that, that in the end turns out to be not true. Like you are they are fooling you in some way, they don't say the truth. So by the middle of the month you will find the truth of the situations. So actually you were like having several different options, several different choices that you can do, that you can make regarding this type of jobs. you actually can have like several different like position that you can apply for, not even in the same company, maybe a different company. And that offer actually something that you have done or you have chosen actually to go with this company. And in the end, towards the middle of the month, you are like feeling betrayed or feeling like disappointed, why they didn't say that, what I mean, this thing. Like the main point here is like you are feeling really sad and really disappointed because of that, like the truth that they are concealed, they don't want to like share with you in the beginning, but towards the middle of the month you will find everything out. So the next card that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the Five of Club. So this card actually indicates strongly as well that you learn that you may have to fight for what you want. So maybe in the past you may have to like struggle a lot to find out everything or to get what you want, and yeah, and that can be very draining your energies as well, because you may have to, you know, struggle to in order to get to where you want. But that can be something that like makes you feel strong uh, in the end by the end of the day. So the next card that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Eight of Club. So this card actually is a quite positive, to be honest, but there is something here like the flow of information that you are receiving. Actually, you may have to somehow, you cannot keep it for yourself. So the things here, like if you are feeling betrayed or if you are feeling disappointed because of the they didn't say what they should say, what's supposed to they're supposed to say in the beginning, you have to talk to them and explain it to them. You have to show what you feel so that you don't just keep it to yourself. So this is very important because you may got like compensation on that if they are realizing that you are the one that has been has got like the worst condition possible, I would say. So the thing is that sometimes if you don't say it, people will not notice. And this is the same things with these cards. Like you have to let go those fears, and you just have to say to your managers or your HR or whatever the case may be, talk to them and tell everything, so the situations, what you have, and hopefully they will give you a good response to what you wanted to have. So the next one that you have representing the future cards towards the end of the month, you have the Ten of Clubs. So the Ten of Clubs here indicates a success, like a lot of burdens, like a lot of responsibilities, a lot of things that you needed to do, maybe because of those information that you didn't receive before, like you just noticed it by the end, sorry, by the middle of the month. Maybe if your boss actually giving you this project for a month, but in the beginning they might say it for a few months, but actually in the end it turns out to be like only for 1 month, and that can be also very stressful too, because the deadline should be a few months, like 3 or 4 months, and then in the end you just realize that they just only giving you 1 month. So that's one of the case here. So there is a lot of like miscommunications between you and your employer, so make sure that you don't have that until or towards the end of the month. You just have to say what you needed to say, and don't be afraid of saying that to them. So the last card here representing the clarifying card, at the bottom of the deck you have the 8 of diamond. So it's very interesting here, you get double 8 here. So actually I think whatever the case here, whatever the problems that you may have towards the middle of the month, looks like towards the end of the month you will find the solutions. And this can be related to how the way things supposed to be. Like for instance, the procedure, how actually everything is supposed to be done, and that can be something that you may haven't talk about, and you may haven't seen how everything's supposed to do, and you may have like doubt on how to do those things, but you don't really have the like the courage to say it. And that can be something that is very very dangerous, because you can always turns it, or it will turn out to be very negative, you know, like your employer will find that you are incapable of doing that, but actually it's just only a miscommunication between both of you. So yeah, I think you just have to be more practical and say what you wanted to say and explain it to your employer. Yeah, I think everything is okay, I would say. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you like the reading, just click like, and if you haven't subscribed, just click subscribe. And if you want to send your donations to our channel, you can do it via PayPal towards the emails here, and also personal readings the same. And see you next month. Thank you.